Hello, I'm Sheila Averbuch from Space Kids Books, and I'm here with another social media how-to video for writers and illustrators of children's books. Today we're talking about Twitter and hashtags. That's that little number sign symbol. And if you're logged in, you can go to twitter.com and just enter in hashtag kidlit and see what you can find there. This hashtag is about children's literature. You can see that Twitter has divided the results into top people tweeting, that's like the most influential people tweeting, or the most popular tweets, all, or people you follow, people I follow. So I'm going to click on people I follow to see who in the people that I follow are using this hashtag, and you find publishers and authors and agents and such. But one really helpful way to use hashtags is if you are attending an event, for example, Bologna or maybe the upcoming Hay Festival, and you want to follow tweets from the festival and just listen to what people are saying. Now, I have entered in the Hay Festival, and I couldn't actually quickly find a definitive hashtag for it. That's because as I record this, the Hay Festival is still a few weeks away, and there wasn't a lot of consensus on what they were going to be using, but I eventually discovered when I entered in Hay Festival hashtag that it seems people are starting to use the hashtag Hay13. But for any event organizer, I would always say, find a hashtag, make it clear in advance so people can start grouping their tweets easily. So I would click on the hashtag Hay13 and see who's starting to talk about the event. So you have people from the festival themselves, you have the Hay Festival Wire, taxi providers starting to talk. And again, as I say, this is still a few weeks away. Once I do know the hashtag for an event, or even if there is no hashtag yet, I would go to HootSuite. This is my rather confusing dashboard for HootSuite, which is a social media management tool. And I would click here to add a stream, just so I can start listening to tweets about the event. Then I would click on search, and I would enter in Hay13, but usually I would enter in the hashtag, but since, as I say, it's not quite defined yet what the hashtag is and people aren't really talking on it, I would be more likely to enter in, open quotes, Hay Festival, close quotes, and just click here to add the stream. This will allow me, I'm just going to drag this column that I've created to the left a bit so you can see it better. Here in the middle of my screen are tweets in regards to the Hay Festival. Just sliding down, I can see, yes, it looks like I have got good matches here. There's, we're talking about authors, we're talking about publishers and agents, so this is definitely the right stream to follow. I also like to use HootSuite, this little drop down arrow here, and click filter by. This is a little bit cunning because if I click clout and use this slider, I can filter in only the most influential people talking about a topic, which can be handy for all sorts of reasons. So the little number under the person's icon will show you their clout score, which is the measure of influence that Twitter uses, and I can see that I'm starting to find agents and so forth. So this is a good way to use HootSuite, which is a free social media management platform, although that clout measurement and the slider that I showed you is only available in the higher, in the paid versions of the software. I think that's all I'm going to show you about hashtags today. As I say, even if you don't have HootSuite, you can still use the search functions at twitter.com to make good use of hashtags to follow and talk about certain topics of interest to you. Okay, if you liked this social media how-to video, you can find out more at spacekidsbooks.com.